Hi everyone, it's Rita. Today I have a story, not really a story, but actual events. I'm going to tell you the real reason why I actually left my abusive relationship after 20 years. You guys might be surprised to hear what happened. But before I talk to you about this, I would like for you to subscribe to my channel, especially if you know someone who might need these videos or encourage them to subscribe to this channel. Please share this video because the sole purpose of my channel is to give information on what it's like to go through this. I did 20 years of it and I didn't really have a lot of places or resources to turn to. So if I can help the next person, then I feel like I've accomplished my job. Now, please turn on the notification button so you get notified when I have a new video. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so I was in this abusive relationship for 20 years. After 15 years, I actually married my abuser. I know, as crazy as it sounds, yes, that's what happened. I had settled. At that point in my life, I was really just a shell of a person. I didn't feel good about myself. And I said, you know what? This is probably a normal life, and probably a lot of people are going through the same thing as me, and it just is what it is. I had basically decided, good or bad, that I was just going to live with it. So as I mentioned, at that point, I was just a shell of a person, gave up, got married, and a lot of the physical abuse stopped, but I started going through the emotional abuse. Once my ex-husband had been locked up and put in jail, he realized maybe that's not such a good idea for me to get physical, so he decided to start emotionally abusing me. As I've mentioned in other videos, emotional abuse lasts so much longer than the physical abuse. It kind of destroys your mind and it turns you into a different person. Emotional abuse lasts a lifetime, where physical abuse, the wounds always heal. But the two definitely go together. So one day, I woke up and on the local news, a young lady named Amelia, who lived right in my town, had been murdered by her boyfriend. This caused a trigger, and it actually caused kind of a rippling effect in my life. The young lady was 16 years old. Her boyfriend was abusive to her. And one night, he got very angry with her and shot her directly in the chest with a shotgun. And the boyfriend's mother was in the home when this happened. So it devastated me. When I saw pictures of this young girl, I looked at her eyes and I saw my own children's eyes. I saw my own children in her place. I thought to myself, this could be my own children. This could be, I have 2 daughters. So this really, really affected me in the deepest way. So this young lady, she made a big impact on the community. And her death was not in vain, because I might still be with my husband right now. I broke the cycle, and the chain of events that happened after that happened because this young lady died. I didn't want to see this happen to my own children. It could still happen to my children, but I thought the only way to make a change would be to start with me. So that night I prayed, and I prayed very hard. I asked God to give me an answer, because I really, like I said, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what direction to turn to even start getting out. I said, God, please give me the answer that I'm looking for. So a few days later, my husband at the time said he needed a ride, and he hopped into my car. Now, mind you, at this point we were married, and I do truly believe in the sanctity of marriage. I did not want to break those vows, and I had also been gaslighted so much that I thought I was always crazy. I had actually stopped accusing him of doing anything. And every day he came in at 7 a.m. in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, out all night, told me it was none of my business. And I said, okay, it is what it is. So he hopped in my car, gave him a ride, and his cell phone fell out of his pocket. I needed to make a quick decision. Do I say, honey, you forgot your cell phone, or do I not say anything? Within 1 second, I said, have a nice day. Bye. He got out of the car and I took his phone to work. That day, I opened up his phone and I didn't want to find anything, but I did want to find some things. I was finally, for once, able to say, I'm not crazy. I wasn't making any of these things up. Here it is. I'm not going to go into great detail, but he did a lot of things that were just not right in a marriage. It's just inappropriate and not okay. Several different things. So once I had that, I knew that that was the answer that I was looking for. Once I had that phone, I just took snapshots and printed off a couple copies because I'm like, I'm not crazy. I'm actually not crazy. I actually was not making up all of these scenarios in my mind because they were actually happening in real life. Once you're gaslighted, you don't know what to believe anymore. So once that happened, I know surprisingly, I did not leave because of physical abuse. I left, as I said, because I wanted to break that cycle and I needed the answer, and I got the answer that I'm looking for. So for those of you who have just started in an abusive relationship, believe me, get out, okay? You don't have to go through so many years of trauma, so many years of horrible things happening to you. Even if you're in a relationship and you've been in it for a long time, believe me, I can't even describe. Yes, there are days that I still feel pain, but the weight that has been lifted off of my shoulders from leaving this relationship is priceless. It's literally indescribable how much better I feel not being in that relationship. I can close my eyes at night and not have to wonder, what is he doing? What is he going to do to me? What is he going to do to my kids, or what are my kids going to see? That is a serious burden that can be lifted off of your shoulders. So that's the reason why I left. And again, this young lady's death was not in vain because I got out. It triggered me to want more out of life. And I hope that my story of why I left will help you. You don't have to go through this type of pain. You can get out. Please, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, put them down below. I am here to help. That's what I make these videos for. Thank you so much and have a great day.